Imagine waking up one day to complete darkness. What if the sun just disappeared? A chilling thought, isn't it? Yet, it's a fascinating topic to explore. Our sun, that glorious blazing orb in the sky, is so much more than a celestial body. It's the lifeblood of our planet. From providing the light that illuminates our world, to the warmth that makes life possible, to being the driving force behind photosynthesis, the process by which plants produce oxygen for us to breathe, the sun is a key player in virtually every aspect of our existence. Without it, our world would be a vastly different place. A place of darkness, cold, and unimaginable change. But what would that change look like? How would our world, our lives, be affected by the disappearance of the sun? Now let's plunge into that darkness together and discover what would happen if the sun disappeared. The very first thing we would notice, of course, is that all light would vanish. Imagine a world plunged into complete darkness in an instant. That's what would happen if our sun disappeared. The sun, our solar system star, is our primary source of light. Its absence would mean living in a world without the familiar sight of a sunrise or the warm glow of a sunset. But the loss of light is only the tip of the iceberg. You see, the sun doesn't just give us light, it also provides the gravitational pull that keeps our planet in orbit. Without it, Earth would continue moving in a straight line into the cold, dark expanse of space due to inertia. We wouldn't spiral off into the universe immediately, but we'd start to drift off our usual orbit, much like a spinning top that's lost its balance. It's not just Earth that would suffer. Every planet, asteroid, and comet in our solar system would also be set adrift. The beautiful rings of Saturn, the red desert of Mars, and the icy surface of Pluto, all would be cast into the infinite darkness of space, each following their own straight-line path. And it's not just about gravity and light. The sun's warmth allows life on Earth to exist. Without it, Earth's surface temperature would drop rapidly. Within a week, the average surface temperature would be around 0 degrees Fahrenheit. That's colder than the coldest winter night in Alaska or Siberia. The sun also plays a crucial role in driving our weather. Without its heat, there would be no wind, no rain, no storms, nothing. The atmosphere would become eerily still. Moreover, the sun's disappearance would affect the very air we breathe. Without sunlight, plants wouldn't be able to photosynthesize and produce oxygen. Over time, this would have serious implications for all life on Earth. So, we'd be in the dark, drifting through space, but that's just the beginning. After the initial shock, we'd start to feel the more severe effects. Imagine this. The warmth of the sun has disappeared and Earth has been plunged into darkness. Gradually, the planet would begin to cool. At first, the atmosphere would keep some of the sun's heat, but eventually, that residual warmth would dissipate. Within a week, the average surface temperature of the Earth would drop to around 0 degrees Fahrenheit. Without the sun's heat, our world would become a frozen wasteland. Water bodies would start to freeze, starting from the surface and gradually solidifying downwards. The topmost layers of the oceans would turn into ice, effectively insulating the deeper parts and allowing some marine life to survive a little longer. But on land, it's a different story. Without the sun, there would be no photosynthesis. Plants, the primary food source for many species and the oxygen producers of our planet, would cease to grow. This would trigger a domino effect in the food chain. Herbivores would starve due to the lack of plant life, and eventually, carnivores would also face extinction as their prey dwindles. The loss of photosynthesis would also mean that no new oxygen is being produced. Over time, the oxygen levels in the atmosphere would decrease, making it harder for remaining life forms to breathe. And let's not forget about our protective ozone layer. Without the sun, this layer would weaken, leaving any surviving organisms exposed to cosmic radiation. What about us humans? We might try to adapt, using geothermal and nuclear energy for warmth and power. However, the lack of food and breathable air would make survival extremely challenging. The human race, along with most life on Earth, would likely face mass extinction. So what's the takeaway here? The sun, our shining burning ball of gas, is more than just a source of light and warmth. It's the lifeblood of our planet, the engine that drives our ecosystems. As you can see, life as we know it would cease to exist. But believe it or not, there's more. So, we've covered the immediate and long-term effects, but what would be the absolute final outcome? The fate of Earth without the sun is a chilling prospect to consider. Devoid of its gravitational anchor, our world would veer off its familiar elliptical path, becoming a rogue planet. As the Earth stumbles in the cosmic dark, the chances of colliding with another celestial body increase dramatically. Imagine a cosmic game of billiards, with Earth as the cue ball, sent careening into the unknown. The impact from such a collision would be cataclysmic, a final exclamation point on the end of our world's story. Without the sun's warmth and light, life as we know it would cease to exist. Plant life would wither and die, breaking the food chain at its most fundamental level. Over time, all traces of life would vanish, leaving behind a barren, frozen wasteland. In the end, our blue planet would become a frozen, lifeless rock hurtling through the endless void. It's a chilling thought, isn't it? The disappearance of the sun. We've journeyed through the immediate effects of such an event, seeing how our world would quickly plunge into darkness and cold. We've explored the long-term consequences, as life on Earth would struggle, then eventually cease altogether without the sun's energy. We've even dared to imagine the final outcome, a silent, icy graveyard where our vibrant planet once thrived. It's a sobering journey, one that underscores the inescapable truth. The sun is not just a bright light in the sky, it's the life-giving force that powers our world, drives our climates, and allows life as we know it to flourish. It's the engine of our existence, the heart of our solar system. While it's a scenario we hope never to face, it's a stark reminder of just how vital the sun is to our existence. So the next time you feel the warmth of the sun on your face, take a moment to appreciate it.
Don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video. That's all for Nifty Narrations.